Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. I'm heading to work, and on my way to work, I had to stop by and see a old Toys R Us store, still here, empty. And it's going to be sad when another company takes it over, another business. Toys R Us was the go-to store when I was growing up in the late 70s, early 80s. Damn, I'm old. I used to go in there, and there used to be like tons of toys, any toy you can ever think of. And remember during Christmas when they had the Toys R Us catalog too, and you had to pick whatever you wanted. This is where I first started collecting the Star Wars action figures, through the 70s and 80s, and came to Toys R Us and build my collection. And I still have my Star Wars figures today. I'll tell you a great story of one of the Star Wars figures. My mom and dad came to Toys R Us, and during the Cabbage Patch Kids, when it was real big, they wanted to buy a couple Cabbage Patch Kids for my sister. So we went to the the Star Wars aisle, and there's like shelves and shelves full of action figures, compared to the stores nowadays where there's hardly any action figures on the pegs. I was looking for Wicked Warwick the Ewok, and that was one of the hard figures to find in the 85 series for Return of the Jedi line. So I remember my mom and dad got a young clerk who worked there, and we dug there for like an hour, and we finally found Wicket, which made me happy. That was some great memories. And I also love coming here to find action figures where you can't get anywhere else as well. And then another great memory is, remember when Nintendo first came out? I bought my first Nintendo system here at Toys R Us, and boy, they had a huge selection of Nintendo games. And of course, I got my Genesis and PlayStations and all that great stuff. And Toys R Us was the toy store to go to. I mean, there was other people who went to KB in the mall too, but that's another story. But it's so sad, Toys R Us closed. I was so sad about that, because now you can buy everything online now, and it's a little bit expensive. And I just miss Toys R Us, and I had to come by here on the way to work and just reminiscence for a while of my childhood. And yes, I still collect action figures today. It's just not the same, and you gotta miss Jeffrey the Giraffe.